This has been a need in the gaming community for the America's Army gamer, that they wanted an event that they could come to at a tangible venue.
America's Army, in fact, is tailor-made for exactly this type of environment.
American Army fan for life. My wife hates it. Sorry, baby.
The America's Army game, being as popular as it is just a great venue to draw a lot of young people into the game center.
Competitive gaming is still in the grassroots campaigns, mostly like LAN parties or once-a-year type activities. We want to formally recognized by the industry out there, and having the Army being one of them right now, being a trendsetter, is great for us, and especially for our partners and colleagues out there.
It builds an excitement through that day. That excitement carries through to the long term, where they had a great experience at your tournament. You now tapped into a community and have sort of a contact point with them, whether through an email or through forums, and they are now demanding from us that they want to host more of these events. So long term, we'll be throwing America's Army tournaments for quite a long time, for what I can see. America's Army has now exposed us to a whole new community that we could tap into and generate revenue through traffic.
Well, the tournament's all over, like, the forum, the websites. It was pretty well fed to the community.
Okay, so it's live?
We basically set aside half of our game zone for tournament play. The other half of our game zone was dedicated towards what we call the boot camp. It was an area where people that wanted to participate in the event but didn't want to participate in the tournament could come and learn the game, talk to some of the recruiters, talk to some of the gamers that know the game, and see how they can improve their game by just being here.
I can't wait to play. I haven't played yet.
The amount of support that you get from the Army, that's not just the Army, it's also the community. It really depends upon how much support you'd like to get.
They brought the Humvee down, which is awesome. They parked it right on our sidewalk. They had a lot of soldiers here in uniform representing the Army, which created a real exciting environment where some of the players could actually talk strategy with guys that actually held a rifle and actually shot at targets and whatnot. It was a real good interaction. Having press here validates what we're doing. We get a lot of marketing and advertising mileage out of the press being here. And actually, public relations is probably the number one thing you really need to concentrate on, is because a good article in a newspaper or a good article in a magazine or a good segment on a show featuring your center is really good for business.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather reporting from CBS News headquarters in New York.
War is not a game, but the Army's most successful recruiting tool is a Pentagon video game called America's Army. Why does it sell so well with teenagers? Stay tuned.
America's Army will be literally the example that everyone can point to, like in the community, say, that's how it's supposed to be done.
What we found is that the players were great, the Army, and their support has been great, and this is something we'd love to do again.